What have you learned about the components of culture, including belief, mores, social customs, in addition to rites, rituals, and ceremonies, this past semester? I have learned that the components of culture are very important, especially when it comes to social work. These components can affect how a social worker not only views but helps a client. Knowledge of these components will help the social worker to know exactly how to help each individual client according to their specific needs. How will you implement the basic concepts, including culture, ethnicity, race, racism, stereotype, prejudice, core values, oppression, and discrimination into your professional role as a social worker? As a social worker, I will implement the basic concepts of the above stated by using my knowledge to the best of my ability with each client. Understanding cultures will help me overcome and prevent racial and ethnic divisions. Racial and ethnic divisions result in misunderstandings and loss of opportunities with clients and workers. How have your perceptions shifted in order to empathize with people who come from backgrounds other than your own? My own perceptions have changed in the sense of I have gained knowledge of other minority groups and their problems within society. While gaining knowledge of their problems through society as well as refreshing my knowledge on some of my own culture's problems, I have learned ways to help clients cope with them. This can be critical when you are a social worker because different clients have different views on how to handle their problem. What might be done in my culture may not help other cultures, so I have learned ways to help other cultures deal with what they have going on. How has your understanding of social, political, religious, and economic factors increased? In order for me to work effectively in a culturally and ethnically diverse community, as a social worker, I needed to first understand how each racial and ethnic group operates. My understanding of each group has increased because I have learned the different ways that the group operates. Not only have I learned that, but also the religious and political sides to different groups as well. This allowed me to have a good understanding of why certain groups may respond in a particular way and possible solutions in order to help them. When it comes to religious, political, and social, certain groups might not react in the same way as other groups may react. And I might be able to tell one group, who some Christians, I might be able to explain to them, I need you to pray or I need you to do this, but other ethnic groups may not believe in that. So increasing my knowledge within that area was as far as how each group operates. If a Christian wants to pray, then you encourage them to do just that. Other groups may feel like socializing with friends is way more important than praying. So it's just reading up on your knowledge on how each client socially prefers to be, religiously prefers to be, politically prefers to be, and not imposing your view upon them. Not saying that you should do this or you should do that, but actually asking them what would they prefer to do and, helping encourage them to do that. What is a component of the course that benefited you the most? The component of the course that benefited me the most was the trip to the museum. This was really the turning point in the course where I felt, before I went to the museum, how could this help me? Or how is this going to be important? Where would this benefit me at all? I don't see how this would be important, but as time went on and as I visited the museum, after I left, it was more of a feeling of satisfaction, knowing that I learned things about a culture that I never knew existed, and I refreshing myself on my culture, and also learned different things about my culture that I never knew was there. I learned about different people that were there, and I thought this was a very important trip because like I said, honestly, my thoughts before going to the museum was, I don't need this trip. I've been here plenty of times. How will this benefit me? And after leaving, gaining knowledge of the Jews and the Holocaust and how it actually was, and it gave me a different outlook, a different view on how my culture was, different people who have made a change in my culture, and it helped. What was a challenge with the course you would like to change? Nothing was really of a challenge in the course. It was more so of a learning experience. It took me a little while to understand why cultural diversity was important in social work. I knew why it was important, but for me to put it in words was a little hard. Now I can actually say that we are living in a culturally diverse world, and we have to know how to handle all of our clients that walk into our office and not just some. It doesn't hurt for us to brush up on our own culture as well. When living in this world, you have to understand that everyone is not like you, or everyone is not the same. And you have to know how to deal with each individual client. And for you to have knowledge of what goes on inside of each culture, you're not going to know everything because things change every day. But that comes as part of brushing up on your knowledge and staying current with what goes on around you.